Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us, one big family. Thank you for your loving support, all your beautiful comments, your suggestions, your opinions. And I would like to invite you to come and join us, the beautiful queens in my private crochet group. You're more than welcome to come, be a member as long as you have a profile. You could also follow me on my crochet page on Facebook, of course, we're talking about, and Instagram or TikTok, or if you're stuck on a pattern, you could always message me faster, either through the page or my group or Instagram message or TikTok message, and I can help you out. If you haven't subscribed, for the newcomers, I hope you do so. I hope you enjoy the channel and become a member of the family with us. By hitting that subscription, you know everything is free. We work hard every day to put out these beautiful patterns for you guys. We don't ask of anything in return except thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Share if you can. Sharing is caring. And bring your friends and family along. Okay, so for most of the time I use a 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. They're called Ladybug. They're 100 grams a ball, 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker, so obviously your patterns become bigger. The colors don't go by name here, they go by number. Let's say this canary yellow is number 15. This purple, because of course there's so many different purples, right? Number 38. So for the most part, I use a 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. People, please, I know sometimes I'm in my bubble and I'm a fast crocheter and I seem to forget that I am recording, and some of you are way much slower than I am. And I sincerely apologize for that. I mean, I get beat up from that all the time, like in most of my videos, I believe. I try my best, and I'm still working very hard on it to slow down for you guys. For those reasons, I say, you could always slow down the video. I know sometimes it's a little bit tricky, sometimes even slowing down. Some of you are a little bit slower. It's hard even slowing down for you guys, and I do apologize for that. But what can I say? I do have this problem of fast crocheting. I think everything in my life is just fast. Everything runs fast. I'm always on the go. But I am trying very hard to slow it down. I think I've improved quite a bit, or at least I'm trying my best. There's no need for really rude comments on that. Whatever doesn't fit you, move on to the next one. Sometimes certain patterns are not made for us, including myself. You can't just, beat up the creator, whoever she is or he is, just because it's not working out for you. There's much worse things in life than treating people rudely. Please, be kind. People really work hard to get these things out there. And sometimes, like I said, we get on our bubbles, we make mistakes, we crochet fast, and some get bored because it's too slow. I mean, it is what it is. So I thank you for being patient with me on that. For those that, most of you are patient with it. There's still a few here and there that are quite unpolite and very rude and very demanding and very, I need this and I want that, instead of hello and excuse me and may I or can I please and thank you. I mean, politeness goes a long way. This type of education doesn't come from school. It comes from your crib. So I owe you nothing, or any other creator does not owe you anything. So don't demand and force things out of us, because that's not happening. What is going to happen is, for that type of rudeness, you will be definitely blocked from the channel. And that's what's going on at this point, blocking the rudeness out of my life and out of the channel and everybody else's life here as a member of the channel, okay, or in the group. Same issue, okay? We have zero tolerance for that. We're here as mothers of earth. Men are providers, women are mothers. They teach, they're patient, they're caring, they're loving. So please be kind. Kindness goes a long way. Okay? We're going to get started, everybody. And thank you so much for your patience and for your loving support, like I've mentioned, and for your beautiful comments. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, everyone. So we're going to do another round centerpiece. You could use whatever colors you want. Since Christmas is coming just around the corner, you can go into your reds, your greens, you can mix it up, your golds, your yellows, like mustardy, and it will be pineapple. So we're going to do our best to have a nice, beautiful centerpiece. Remembering that when you're using thinner thread, it becomes a small doily. When you're using thicker thread, it becomes more of a table centerpiece, or even bigger, like a, oh my God, I can't think of the name, but I guess it will come to mind. But anyway, really thick thread. It could be a rug, it could be a tablecloth. And the hook, of course, bigger also, so you know that your patterns become bigger. This is a matte 4-ply, like same thickness as Aunt Lydia, I would say number 3. So I'm not sure what kind of colors I'm gonna mix it in, but we'll take it from there as I go. I don't know if I'm going to go into the whites or mixed purple and white. I'll see as I'm going. I change my mind all the time. I'll be using a 3-point hook, and always look ahead of the video in case mistakes are done. We can fix it right there and then. And we're going to get started. Small one to tuck in, loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. I must have it somewhere. I just had a major renovation in my little room where I do hair and nails and things like that, and this is where I crochet because it's it's a home business. But so I've been off crochet for the whole week, and haven't picked up the hook like a week and a half now almost. So I really miss you guys and miss picking up my hook. Now finally that I've got my room all sorted out, we're gonna get started. Okay. Now I'm going to do the magic circle, but if you want, you can do an 8 chain, okay? And I'm going to secure that with a slip stitch. Now, inside of this magic circle, I'm going to do 11 singles, okay? So I have 1 already, 2, 3, 11 singles. This is a purple, by the way. So I have my 11 singles. I'm going to close in, but I'm not going to tighten it too much in case I need space. I could always do that afterwards. So I'm going to come in my first single and close it in with slip stitch. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chain. This would equal the 3 would equal double crochet and 2 for space. Into the next one, double crochet, 2 chain space. Into the next one, double crochet. So we're going to have, might have to use a bigger hook than this. We're going to have 11 double crochets, space of 2 chain. So we're going to count this row as row 1, okay? So we don't get confused with the singles that we started. So now I'm going to come in that 2 chain space with a single and 2 chain. This would be my first double crochet. Inside of the space, I'm going to do total of 3 double crochet. That's counting with my first one. So on each 2 chain space, we're creating 3 double crochets. Okay. And I'm so used to this old hook that I had to go back to it. And this is a 275 hook. Okay. Okay, everyone, so we are in row 2 going into row 3. We're going to start to do increase, so I'm going to come back in that same one. If you'd like, you can continue to do your double crochet as you wish with 3 chains. So single, 2 chain. On my next double crochet, I'm going to have an increase. So I'm putting 2 double crochets on the same stitch, and on the next one 1 double crochet. So we're creating groups of 4 double crochet where we have the 3 double crochets. I'm going to do 1 chain space. I'm coming in the next one again, creating 1 double crochet on my second double crochet from the 3 group, creating 2 double crochet on the same stitch. On the next one, again, another double crochet, 1 chain space. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. So very simple. Just remembering on your second double crochet, you have that increase. So we'll have a total of 4 groups or 4 double crochet groups. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So we've done 1, 2, 3. Going into row 4, we're going to keep increasing. The only thing is we've done in the middle, so we're always going to have 1 row we're going to increase here at the beginning. Next row will increase the end, so we can balance the design out over here. Okay, 1, 2 chain for me, 3 for you maybe, and usually I do single 2 chain, but sometimes I change. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 double crochet on the second one here. That's my increase. Now on the next row, I'm going to do it, the increase only at the last, well, before last. Okay, so we're going to have now 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did an increase here. On the next row, I'll do it here. Okay, 2 chain, coming in my first one with double crochet. On my second, I'm doing 2 in the same stitch. Next, 1 alone, and the last one, 1 alone. 2 chain this time space, and we're going to continue to do the same thing. We're going to repeat what we just done. So on my second double crochet, I'm doing 2 together. Next one, 1 alone, and the last one, 1 alone. So we have 5. Next row we'll have 6. Next row we'll have 7. The only difference is we're going to balance it out so we can have a nice straight line going up instead of having it pull this way or pull that way. Okay. Okay, everyone, going into row 5. I'm going to come in, like I said, sometimes I'll just go up chain, sometimes I'll do a single, because I don't want it to be noticeable too much, the line going up. So on the next double crochet, we are going to do a double crochet. This thread is quite different than the one I usually use. So 3 double crochets on my 4th one, so we're increasing at the end now, just before the last one, so we can balance the pattern out. 2 in the same stitch. I'll show you in a second. So with this one here, we did the increase on the second one, and this one here, we're doing the increase on the second one from the back. So just before the last, so we have 2, 4, 6. Now the next row, we're going to do the increase here on the second one again. 2 chain space, and again 1 double crochet, 2, 3, and on my 4th one I'm doing the increase of 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Make sure that you turn your closed caption on so you can read what I'm calling the stitches down here and make it easier for you guys to pause, read, take notes, and take it from there. Chain 2 and repeat everything again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've started row 6. Row 6, again, I'm coming back in the second double crochet and doing the increase. Okay, and we're going to do this until we have 11 double crochets. So I had to change my hook again because I wasn't feeling comfortable with it. This is a 3.5. So sometimes you have to play with your hooks a bit to see which one fits whatever thread yarn you're using. Okay, so on my second double crochet, I'm doing the increase on this side. Next row again, I'll do it just before the last double crochet. And I'll do that until I accomplish my 11 double crochets. This thread is good for certain things, but for some other things I'm not crazy about. I prefer my regular thread. So 2 chain space, always a 2 chain space until we create the 11 double crochets. So on your second one, doing the increase. There's no point of keep recording the same thing over and over. It's just a repeat of the increase, doing in one side, next row the other side, next row the other side. And I'm going to do it until I have 11 double crochets. So on this row 6, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 double crochets. And then 8 double crochets, 9, 10, 11. I'll meet you back when I complete my 11 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I just wanted to show you, so I've changed completely the thread. I was not comfortable with this thread. I wanted something beautiful and shiny, and of course this is a mat, and I'm having a hard time with my hooks on it, so I decided to change completely. So just wanted to show you most of my videos, I tell you, this is similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton is a little bit thicker, so your patterns become bigger. And here's the perfect example, because this one is exactly like Aunt Lydia number 3. I have the same amount of rows, and you can see it's smaller by 1 row, so 1 inch, right? It makes a difference on the pattern, not by much, but still. If, using Aunt Lydia number 3 will always be bigger. Okay, just to give you that example. Sometimes you're like wondering like how big can it be to hers. It's quite a bit big. Okay. Okay, everyone. So we have 10 rows altogether, starting from the one that we had, the 1 double crochet, not counting the singles. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On your 10th row, you should have 11 double crochets, 2 chain space. We're going to do 5 double crochets, 1 per stitch. So I'm stretching my thread. Give me enough height for my double crochet. So single, 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 chain space. I'm going to skip a space and I'm coming into the next one. We're going to do 5 double crochets again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to do 2 inside of the chain space. 1, 2. We're going to continue to do the 5 double crochets exactly how we did here. So we're going to have a total of I believe 12 double crochet. Yeah, 12 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So counting all together here now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 on this side, 5 on this side, and 2 in the center. Chain 2 again. We're going to proceed to skip 1 into the next one and do your 11 double crochets again. That means the 5 here, 1 per stitch, and 2 inside of the 2 chain space. 1 and 2. That means we have 7 already. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And again, you continue to do your 2 chain space and repeat again your 11 double crochets, skipping 1 space into the next. This is row 11. And proceed the same way. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we're reaching the end. We have to complete where we started. So I've done my 5 plus my 2 more. That's my 7 double crochets. And we have the 5 here, makes the 12 double crochet. Okay, so going into row 12. So I'm going to stretch a bit. I'm going to come in again, do a single and 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. On this row, we're not going to work the first double crochet from the 11th. We're not working the first and we're not working the last. So when we get around it, we'll complete this one. So we have 4 double crochets here. Chain 2. Coming into the center, 1 double crochet. Chain 2. Skip the first. We're not working the first and we're not working the last double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. On our 5th one, we're doing an increase of 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. On our 5th one, we're doing an increase. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 double crochets. Okay, again, chain 2, coming into the center, doing double crochet, chain 2, skip the first one, going to the second. So on your 5th double crochet, we're doing the increase. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. On your 5th one, 2 double crochets on the same stitch. So now we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double crochets. We're not working the first one and we're not working the last one. We're going to repeat it this way all the way around the same way. Okay. Okay, everyone, so we're reaching the end. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, on our 5th one, we have to do the increase and then complete this one here. Okay. So again, I'm going to come back in, single and 1 chain. Come in the next one. We'll complete this when we come around to it. Double crochet, next space, double crochet, next space, double crochet. So we're going to continue to do the increase on where we have the increase, but we're not working the first and we're not working the last, which I shouldn't have done that here. Okay, so I have 3 double crochets, chain 2. We're going to continue to do the increase on these little blocks here, chain 2 and double crochet, next space, chain 2, skip the first one, come in the second, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do again an increase on this one here. Why am I doing it this way? I could have simply done it on the 5th. You want to balance this pattern out also. So on this row, I'm doing it here. On the next row, I'll do it on the 2nd double crochet. Next row on the 1st double crochet. Next row on the 2nd. We're going to keep increasing here. We're not working the 1st. We're not working the last. And you can balance it out by increase in the 1st and then next row on the 2nd. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So basically we're increasing the squares and we're decreasing, even though we have the increase here, but we're not working the first or the last, right? Even though we do an increase, we're still leaving, decreasing one out. So we can have the pattern to close it until we have 2 left, and then I'll meet you back again. So chain 2. Double crochet on the next square. So we start 1 square, 2 squares or little blocks, 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Next row, 4 blocks. Chain 2. We're not working the first, we're coming in the 2nd. Two, 3. On my 4th one here, I'm doing the increase. 2 on the same one, next space. Again, continuing, you should have 10 double crochets because we're not working the last one. I'm going to continue to do mine, and then I'll come back to you again one more time on the next row just to make sure that you don't get lost anywhere. And then it's going to be a repeat until we have only 2 double crochets left, but I'll meet you on the next row. Okay, everyone, so we're completing row 13. I'm going to do my increase on the 4th. Remember, we started only with 3. And complete the rest of my double crochets. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Oops, let me see, where did I go wrong? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I didn't go wrong. I don't know why I was getting lost there for a second. Okay, so again, we're going to go up, coming into the next one, remembering that we're not doing the last double crochet. Chain 2, double crochet inside of the square or the little block, chain 2, and again chain 2. So we're not doing the first one, going into the second. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and on my 5th one, or you can just do the increase on your second double crochet. Okay, and then on the next row you can do your increase on the first double crochet. So we're not working the last double crochet. Two, 4, 6, 8, and 9. So I must have went wrong somewhere. Did I go wrong somewhere? No, because we have to complete this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's 9. 9 double crochets. Because we have to complete it when we come around. Chain 2. So it keeps decreasing. We started with 12, 11, 10, and 9. Decreasing on here and increasing on the little blocks. Skipping that first, going into the second. And you can do your increase on the second double crochet. And then the next row you can do it on the first double crochet, just so we can balance out the pattern. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I have only 2 double crochets left. Okay. Okay, everyone, just wanted to show you it's going to come to a point where you're going to, because we're always skipping, like in this case, I have 8 double crochets. So I had to do chain 3 plus 2 more, so that's chain 5 to get my space between them to create that little box. Now we're here. Obviously, we cannot go up from here because we're not working the first or the last. So what you need to do, especially beginners, people that are already experienced, already know what to do, most have used, but there's always new beginners on here. Or actually, I'm going to come right on the center here. So I just did a slip stitch into the center here because we need to create that box, and doing 5 chain, 3 for double crochet and 2 for space. So when I come around it, I'll be hooking on my third chain, 2 chain, and then continue on. And the same thing is going to happen on where we're doing the double crochets. So because if you're doing on the first and then on the second, but then again, people that are experienced know that you can just go one before or one after in order to do your increase. Like in this case, the row before I did 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 5th one, I did the increase. So I have 1, 2, 3. I can do my increase here, but I'm going to do it on my 4th one here. So it's just a way to balance the pattern out. So we're not doing the first, we're not doing the last. Chain 2 and come in and do your little blocks. Okay. I'll meet you at the end. So getting to the end here, I'm going to do my 2 chain. I'm going to 1, 2 on my third one. I'm going to close it up. So now again, you would slip stitch, come in the center here, single 1, 2, my double crochet and 2 chain, 2 chain stitch for space, and again create your little blocks, 2 chain, and again the same thing. So basically you have to start in the center of your little square. 2 chains, skip the first, come into the second. And I'm going to do my increase on my third one here. And not doing the last one. So this row I have 2, 4, 6. 2 chain and proceed again. Okay. Okay, you guys, so I'm basically getting to the 2 left. And of course, you're going to do it in the center of your 3 double crochets. So you'll just add 2 together in the center. Continue on. And that's all you have to do. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished it. So we have 21 rows. We have 2 at the end here of the motif. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks in between motifs. Okay? So row 22, I'm coming back in the center. And I'm going to do a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. 2 double crochets directly into the next block. 2 double crochets. So we're building these 2 double crochets in all of our little blocks here. There's no chain space. And when we get to the 2 double crochets, we're doing 1 per stitch. So double crochet, next space, double crochet. That's all you have to do is build 2 double crochets on each one, each little block. And when you get to the 2 double crochets, you do 1 per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 22, going into row 23. We're going to start pretty much the beginning, building foundation for the pineapples. I also want to remind you that once I am done this way, I'm going to take whatever I'm going to do from here on, I'm going to take it down until here again. So I'll be using the same tutorial for this centerpiece, and then I'm going to still do pineapples, but I'm doing a different twist on it. So you might want to stay tuned for that. I think that you will enjoy it. I won't give it away now. You will have to wait for it. Okay, so I've closed in with slip stitch, doing my single 2 chain. So my first double crochet. This is my second, third, fourth, until I have 17. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 17 double crochets. I'm going to do 4 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2. I'm coming on the third one and creating those 17 double crochets again. going to be repeatedly like this all the way around. So 17 double crochets, 4 chain, and skip 2 space and do 17 double crochets again. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost at the end. Now, almost reaching the end, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to have to make an adjustment because we won't have enough on here. So I'm going to do another one on the same space. So that's my 13th. So that's 2 on the same space. 13. Next stitch, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I had to make 2 together on 3 double crochets in order to have the 17 and to skip those 2 spaces. Okay, chain 4, I'm going to close it in. Now you can continue with the same thread and take it from there. I'm going to change thread. I don't know if you noticed, but this one here is a little bit shade lighter, so I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to go into lavender. So I'm just going to cut my thread here. We're going to start the foundations of the pineapples. So I'm just going to tuck in back here. I'm not going to tuck in all the way because I'm going to use this base. I'm going to take this row down afterwards to create something else out of it with 3D flowers and pineapples, which initially that I was going to do that now, but I decided not to because you can do 2 patterns out of the same one. I got thread wrapped all the way around my legs. Okay, so I've cut my thread, and of course I have little pieces of thread here and there because I ran out of this purple, so I had a little bit left over from another project and decided to use it just to complete this row up. There wasn't that much left of the row, and I wasn't going to take it all down to start with a different color. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the lavender. Now, if you're using the same color, you would have closed in with a slip stitch, and then you do slip stitch on the next one and start on the 3rd one. So I'm going to start on my 3rd one and do double crochet. We're going to have a total of 13 double crochets. So that means we're skipping the first 2 and the last 2. Okay, so 1 per stitch. $13 double crochet. I've done my 13 double crochets, 1 chain. I'm going to come directly in that 4 chain space and do 10 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1 chain space again. I'm going to skip the first 2 and come in the 3rd one and do the 13 double crochets. So it's just going to be a repeat now all the way around the same way. Okay, and we are at row 24. Like I said, you can do all in one color if you like. I wouldn't have enough, so for that reason I came in with the 2 different colors. Okay. Okay, everyone, going into row 25. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm coming back in. I'm doing a single and one chain. That's my first double crochet. Coming into the next one, my second double crochet, my third, my fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay, one, I had a knot here on my thread, so I'm going to do 2 chain space. Okay, I'm coming in, skipping one, going into the next one, and doing again my 6 double crochet. So we'll have 6 double crochets on one side and 6 on the other. Of course, I'm trying to hide this little knot here. So I have 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 1 chain. Coming on that 10 double crochets that we did, we're doing 10 double crochets, 1 chain space in between them. 1 chain, next stitch, double crochet, 1 chain, next stitch, double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. So you'll still have your 10 double crochets, 1 stitch space between them. Like that. 1 chain, coming on that first double crochet, and continue to do your 6 double crochets. So 2, 4, 6, 2 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, and create your 6 double crochets again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 26. So I've closed in with slip stitch. Again, I'm going to come back in. You can do your 3 chains as you start your first double crochet. I'm going to do a single 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet. So we're not working the last one. We're having 5 double crochets here on this row. 2 chain. In the center of that 2 chain space, we're creating this 2 blocks. 2 chain, again, coming in, not the first, the second double crochet. So we're skipping the last one and then skipping the first one, creating those 5 double crochets. We're going to do 1 chain, coming in where we have the pineapple foundation, coming in between the double crochets, 1 chain, and again 1 chain, and again 1 chain, and repeating the same thing in between the double crochets. So you should have 9 double crochets. 1 chain space between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 chain, and again we're going to repeat the 5 double crochets. We're not working the last one. And then doing 2 chain. So we have our 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 chain into the 2 chain space and create double crochet, 2 chain again, skip the first one, go into your second and do your 5 double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 26, going to row 27. Now, from here on, it's going to be a repeat with no, not from here on. It will be on the next one. So single, 1 chain. Now we're going to have 4 double crochets. It's the next one that will repeat. Next one will have 3 double crochets, and that's going to go until the end. So 2 chain into the next little space. Again, 2 chains. So we're increasing on the little blocks here. So we're not doing the last one, and we're not doing this first one. So 4 double crochets. Now, here we're going to do 3 chain. We're going to start the pineapple loops, okay, and then single. 1, 2, 3 into the next one. 1, 2, 3 into the next one. So it's in between the double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, coming in again and doing 4 double crochets. Not working the last one. 1, 2 chain, create your little square, double crochet. 1, 2 chain. Again, skipping the first one, going into the second. So we're increasing these little boxes, and we're going to start to decrease on the pineapple. Okay, so we started 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, and we'll have 4 blocks. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so 24, 25, 26, 27. We finished row 27, going into row 28. So again, I'm going to go up and do my single, my 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. So this row and until the end will be 3 double crochets only. We're only going to repeat this on the next row, the row after, until we finish our pineapple. So 2 chain coming in, doing our squares. So basically we are increasing on the squares. The 3 double crochets will stay the same, and we're decreasing on the pineapple. 2 chain. And that's how we're going to proceed until we finish the 1 loop left on the pineapple. 2 chain. So we're going to come in, not doing the first one, and do the 3 double crochets. And then repeat the 3 chain loops for the pineapple. So we have 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, next row 5 square, next row 6 square, but the 3 double crochet stays the same. So 3 chain, obviously that's for the pineapples, that's going to stay the same also. This row we should have 6 loops for the pineapples. So we have 3, 4, and 5, 6. And then continue the 3 loops. Not the 3 loops, the 3 double crochets. Sorry. I get distracted when I'm thinking and talking. Okay, so we're going to continue to do this until the very last one loop only. We're going to continue the same way with 3 double crochets on both sides, remembering to skip the first one, remembering to skip the last one, and we're going to increase. So the next row will have 5 blocks, next row 6 blocks, next row 7 blocks, until we finish to 1 loop, 3 chain loop on the pineapple. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so this morning I had went to my local thread store and finally they had arrived the same color. So I took everything down to put all in one color. Still the same thing. Now, like I mentioned to you, from here on we have only the 3 double crochets that we're going to continue to do. So basically you would come directly inside of the first space. Okay, so just so you don't get confused, because we have to keep increasing on here, as I mentioned before. So we start with 1 box or little square, 2, 3, 4, and then you do your 2 chain just the same and come directly inside. So you have your first square, that's for the increases, and continue on 2 chain and then double crochet. Because I know some of you could get confused, especially beginners. I mean, people that are already experienced, it's a different ball game, right? So again, you would just come directly after you've done in there and do your 3 double crochets. That's going to continue the same way all the way to the end. Okay, so now we have this row, we have 4 squares. This row we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end when we have completed one loop of the pineapple. Okay, everyone, so just finishing up row 33, going into row 34. That means I have 1 loop left. So I'm going to go up 3 chain, continue to do the 3 double crochets. And if you notice, this has a shade a little bit darker than this one, and it's the same, well, probably a different lot, same number. So sometimes that happens. I'm sure it happens to you guys too. You buy the thread and you have some shades lighter, darker, something like that. But anyway, I don't mind it because it looks pretty. So we're going to continue to do the little blocks. It's getting big and heavy. So do your little blocks. So again, I'm doing my 3 double crochets. That stays the same. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little blocks. 1, 2, 3, stays the same. Come in your last loop on the pineapple. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to continue to proceed this way all the way around. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 35. Got my thread all stuck. Let me just confirm that it's row 35. 34, going into row 35. Okay, so we're going to continue to do the 3 double crochets here beside the pineapples. We're also going to continue to do our little squares. We're just closing out the pineapple. That's what we're going to do. So you should have 11 little blocks now on this row 35. So we're pretty much in the pineapple again. 3 double crochets. I'm going to do 2 chain and come into the next 3 double crochets. So pretty much it's just closing that pineapple out. Okay, and so we're going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going to row 36. If I can get my thread, it's all over the place. So now we're still going to do the 3 double crochets here. It's going to change this row a bit because we're finalizing. 3 chain, continuing to do double crochet over double crochet on the 3 double crochets. Okay, coming inside the first space, we're going to start to do 2 double crochet per block. Next block, 2 double crochet again. So all the little blocks are 2 double crochet, and where we have the 3 double crochet will be 3 double crochet. Inside of the space here, the pineapple will have 2 double crochet also. So this whole row will be about double crochets. 2 double crochets inside of the blocks. So I've done my 2 double crochets per block. I'm back at the 3 double crochets, so we're doing 1 per stitch, continuing the 3 double crochets. Inside of the 2 chain space of the pineapple, 2 double crochets. Continue again your 3 double crochets, and then 2 per little block. So into the block, 2 double crochet, into the next one, 2 double crochet. Okay, so we're going to proceed this way all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 37. Now, we're going to have to make a little adjustment because it won't match up at the end. So we need to make an adjustment in 4 places. You can do it at the beginning, you can do it at the end. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, chain. That's my first double crochet, my second, my third, my fourth, fifth, 6th, and I'm going to do my first adjustment here, 7th. Okay, so we need to build 4 groups of 7, but in order for it to fall properly, we have to increase 4 times in the same stitch. We're building groups of 7, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, chain 2. Skip a space into the next one. Create your 7 double crochets, and then you can alternate. You can spread those 4 increases anywhere you want. 2, 4, 6, and my 7. So on my next one, so 2 chain, skip a space into the next one. As long as you add increase 4 times, okay, in order to have the proper amount when we get to the end. Okay, so that's all we have to do, is build groups of 7 double crochet, 2, 4, 6, 7, chain 2. I'm going to spread and skip a space. I'm going to spread mine here and there so it's not so noticeable one after another. If you feel more comfortable doing it at the end to make sure that you are on the right track, then go ahead. You can always take a few groups down and adjust. Two, 4, 6, 7, chain 2, skip a space into the next one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Just don't forget, we need to make an adjustment 4 times, 2 on the same stitch to equal 7. Okay. Okay, everyone, going into row 28. So I've done my 4 adjustments and I've spread them. So I arrive here perfectly, just skipping 1, and we're right at the beginning. Okay. So we're not going to work on the first and the last double crochet from the 7 group. So I'm coming into the next stitch. I'm going to do a single, 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. We're going to build groups of 5 double crochet now on this row. So I'm not working the first and I'm not working the last. 1 chain space. Coming inside of my 2 chain, we're going to create a V, 2 chain, and another double crochet. So I have my first V, 1 chain. Skip the first double crochet, go into the second, and create your 5 double crochets. This is how we're going to work this whole row the same way. So I've done my 5 double crochets, 1 chain, come inside of the 2 chain space, double crochet, 2 chain, and again double crochet. So I have my second V, 1 chain, skip the first, come into the second, and create your 5 double crochets. We're almost at the end. Of course, you could always do whatever border you feel like, just with singles or halves, or, I mean, it's your choice. Okay, so we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 39. So we're not working on the first double crochet and we're not working the last. I've done my single 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. On this row 39, we're going to have groups of 3 double crochet here now. Okay. We have 1 more row left. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm coming on top of the double crochet on the V, with double crochet, 1 double crochet inside of the V, 1 chain, and another one inside of the V. So we have 2 double crochets. So it's almost like creating a mini V, right? And 1 on top of the double crochet. So we have total 4 double crochets in the V, in the section of the V. 1 on top, 1 inside, 1 chain, 1 inside, and 1 on top. 1 chain. Skip the first one, going into the second double crochet and creating those 3 double crochet groups. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. Okay, 1 chain again. We're not working the first or the last. Double crochet on top of the double crochet on the V, 1 inside, 1 chain, back inside again, and another one on top of the double crochet. 1 chain, and continue to do your 3 double crochets, 1 per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished doing row 39. Going into the last row, this is row 40. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm coming in the center with a single, coming in that first double crochet with double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain. Normally you do the picot going into 2 loops and close in with either single or slip stitch. I'm coming behind the double crochet. I like it better this way. It looks pretty, it's different, it's easy, it's fast. 3 chain, come from behind and single. Coming in that center, 1 chain, double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming from behind and single. But you can do whatever way you want it, whatever you're comfortable with. 1, 2, 3 chain again, coming from the side here of the double crochet, and then into the last double crochet. So we'll have 5 double crochets. We don't do the picot at the end. 4 picots, coming 1 chain, coming in the center and single. So we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 1 chain into the first double crochet with double crochet, 3 chain, coming in the side, single, and again. Next one, double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain in the side, in the center where we have that 1 chain space we did, double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain, and again, single on top of the double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain. So it's a total of 5 double crochets and 4 picots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 picots. 1 chain into the middle of where we have the 3 double crochet groups. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, I pretty much finished doing all of my pattern, which looks absolutely stunning. It is big here, but I will have it displayed on the table. Remembering that you can use Christmas colors. You can do it in white. I'm going to do a second video for the flowers, which is these ones, that I'm going to add on here. So if you want to leave it as is, you're good to go. I did mention at the beginning that I'd be adding 3D flowers. I did mention I was going to take out a bit of that and do it different, but I decided not to because it's beautiful as it is. I'm just going to add these flowers on the next video. Of course, there's too much memory already taken on this one. So there's different positions. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to add on. But, oh, I have dropped another one. But I'm not going to put it everywhere. I'm going to put it probably in 3 different spots. And I'll have some probably rosebuds coming out of it, or little flower, little petals, leaves. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do it, so you'll have to stay tuned for the next video. So I want to thank every single one of you. I will leave the links below once I am done with the flowering and leaves and all that, if you want to do it this way. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. I send you much love, much hugs. Please share if you can. Sharing is caring. Get your friends and family to join. Help the channel to grow. It's the only way that we can keep going is by growing. It's literally impossible if we don't. There's a lot of time consuming, a lot of hours on this, days, weeks, months, years. And, any help is well appreciated. Thank you so much. I send you so much love, so much hugs. Leela Irwin and Roger Irwin, thank you so much for trying to help me out deciding the colors for the pattern and the flowering. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I send you guys much love, much hugs. To both of you and to everybody else. Until next time, everybody. I will leave the measurements below and how much I've used of this type of thread. Remembering everybody's stitch intention is different. You could be using more or you could be using less depending upon your intention. Okay, until next time. Bye-bye.